What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jono, and I'm back, man. I know I've been gone for a little minute. I've been busy, working, life. But we back, alright? So, today, as y'all see in the title, we're going to talk about this Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. This fight that's supposed to happen live on Netflix. I don't know, when is this supposed to happen? December 19th. This man was supposed to fight Gervonta Tank Davis, I think November 15th or something like that. And I guess it got canceled because Jake got scared. We all know he got scared. He trying to say, oh, he not trying to promote a woman beater or whatever he had said or whatever. But who cares? But now he fighting Anthony Joshua, a bigger fighter. Ain't this man like 6'5" and he's a heavyweight? I think the whole purpose of why he didn't want to fight Tank is because he didn't want to make the weight at 190, and he didn't want to get embarrassed by a 5'4" dude knocking him out. So we're gonna get into this video. Credit to whose channel is this? Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but his link gonna be down in the description below, and you already know. Alright, let's start this video, man.
Really happening. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua.
Because I didn't even know this was happening,
I don't
honestly.
even believe
this was just brought to my attention.
But Paul and Joshua are facing off in a professional heavyweight bout in only a month's time.
And it's a heavyweight
Although
bout.
rumors of this being a possibility have been flying around since the Tank fight was cancelled, I thought the barriers which stopped it from happening when it was initially floated would be too large to overcome on this short of notice. Yet money talks, and now we'll see the two face off in only 4 weeks' time.
That's crazy.
So,
4
with
weeks.
this news just hitting the internet, we need to talk about everything we know about this fight so far. How and why are we even seeing it? And really, what should we expect from all of this? Now, for Jake Paul, this will be the single biggest fight he will ever be in, and the hardest fight.
I guarantee y'all, this man gonna win, and he paid Anthony Joshua.
A couple weeks ago,
I guarantee y'all, he tried to pay Tank.
Now,
like, hey, if you lose, you gonna get such and such money. Tank like, nah, I'm gonna knock you out.
This is all
but Joshua, I think he a sellout. He might let this man beat him. I ain't gonna lie.
But with Jake Paul, we've kind of come to expect that. When the Tank fight was cancelled, Jake handed over his team a near impossible task. Netflix wouldn't really be interested in a Paul fight unless he had a noteworthy dance partner. So, on a month's notice, that's a pretty hard task to give your
November
team.
14th is when that fight was supposed to happen.
Or bigger,
which was 4 days ago.
And a lot of people, including myself, were expecting an unexciting opponent swap. Think a Nate Diaz rematch or an Andre Ward. Something which just ticks the boxes and moves them on to whatever's next. When I originally heard the rumors of Jake versus Joshua, I thought it was just a smart marketing move to make it seem like they were back in negotiations with AJ to help maintain hype leading into whatever announcement was actually. I guarantee you
this fight ain't gonna happen either.
Because earlier this year they were in negotiations.
Can't even talk.
But
publicity
what really shot
stunt.
down any chance of the fight happening then was
But that's
DAZN.
just my opinion.
AJ seemed to be exclusive to DAZN. And at the time,
hey, make sure I hit that like
button.
Make sure I subscribe to the channel too, man. I didn't say that.
They said it couldn't happen because for the moment, AJ can't fight on Netflix. But since then, the money has obviously really talked and has made the fight happen. Well, also,
who tuned into this
fight? It's been a case of brilliant
Let me know in the
timing.
comments.
I think the Paul camp is
y'all watching this or
fight
what?
Now because they probably know they won't get the chance again for at least 12 months. Joshua has been out of the ring for a little while now. The last time we saw him in there was in September of last year, where he got knocked out by then IBF champion Daniel Dubois. His inevitable return has since been delayed because of several issues.
That's what I'm telling y'all. He gonna sell out. He doing it for the money. He gonna lose on purpose so he can get some extra money. Do your homework on sellouts. Do your homework on
Turkey has said Joshua will return to Saudi in February on a show there, and hopefully that will build up to the big one in late 26. But in the meanwhile, Eddie Hearn was hoping to get Joshua back in the ring against anybody in December just to knock off some of the ring rust. Although I don't think even Joshua and his team would have thought that easy fight would end up being Jake Paul. And none of them probably thought this easy fight would end up being potentially the biggest payday of his career to date. This is Netflix truly flexing their muscles. They've made money talk and walk, and have pushed through really the impossible. There would have had to be serious coin to have made this happen. Enough coin to seemingly make AJ be okay with being the B-side. This fight is being
like
promoted
I said, man,
as
get in the
Jake
comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this fight.
What world are we living in?
I really do
where
want to know.
Anthony Joshua is the promotional
Like I said, he was scared of
B-side
Tank,
to
so
Jake
how he
Paul.
not scared
And
of
although
Anthony
you might
Joshua?
think Jake Paul is
Because
mad
you know he
for taking
paying him.
this
He
fight,
like, hey,
that's
I'm
exactly
gonna
what
slide
they
you
want
about
to think.
10
It doesn't matter the
mil
quality of the actual fight.
extra.
They want to simply make the most viral pairing possible to have the best chance at selling you a fight. Tyson Paul wasn't much of a fight, but the
That was the
virality
stupidest
made
fight
tens
ever.
of millions of people tune in, and here we will see the exact
And it didn't
same.
work.
Jake has
Half
been
the time he
chasing
couldn't
one
even
of
see the
these
fight.
big fights
It was
for
buffering.
quite a while now. The Canelo fight was seemingly ripped away from him at the last minute of negotiations. Of course, the Tank fight was cancelled because of the promotional drama, and really there was only one big name left he would want, and that was Anthony Joshua. There's not too many bigger names out there in the world of boxing. Although he isn't what he once was, Anthony Joshua has some of the biggest reach in the sport. From the hardcore fans to the ultimate
He's
casual,
washed.
everyone's watching. And that's exactly what Paul wants. He wants all of those eyes. And that's simply
Excuse
why
my
they're going
dog's
to
barking
take this
if y'all
fight.
hear that.
So, talking about
I
the fight,
apologize.
what we should expect is pretty simple. AJ should knock out Jake Paul cold. Anything short of a knockout is a win for Paul. After
Facts.
what AJ did to Ngannou, if for some reason he can't do the same against Jake Paul, it would be a dramatic failure for him. This fight
Facts.
will be a sanctioned professional bout. Normal boxing rules. There's no special crazy rules going on. AJ will have all the opportunity in the world to do what he does best, and most likely will have 8 3-minute rounds to do so. Jake, I guess, has a puncher's chance, but even then, really, he shouldn't. The bloke has been cutting weight, preparing for a lightweight fighter, and now in a month
He wasn't
has to
cutting
bulk
weight.
up
That's
to
why the
face
whole
a
fight got
massive
canceled. He wasn't
heavyweight.
cutting no damn
And Jake
weight.
Paul isn't a heavyweight fighter. He's not naturally that heavy. Against Tyson, where he bulked up to heavyweight, he honestly looked fat. And as a result, in that fight, when he did try, he seemed slow and lethargic. So I don't know how he does any better against AJ. If Jake Paul gets knocked out, it'll probably end up being the viral boxing moment of the decade. Yet, I don't think it'll be the end of him. We're talking about a guy who a couple years ago got beat up by Love Island star
so
Tom
make sure that
Fury.
FBI ready.
And since then, the manager turned around his career to the point where now he has a fight against one of the biggest commercial names in the sport. Inevitably, if Jake loses, they will just rebrand it to the comeback journey, where he then goes on to try something like actually chase a world title or fight KSI. Getting in the ring with Anthony Joshua is a win for him. It brings him legitimacy in the eyes of so many. Even if you don't think so, the narrative will be, well, you gotta give him respect because he's gotten in the ring with AJ. They will say he chased the
if this
dream,
fight
fell
actually
short,
happens.
and then the show will go on. In my opinion, there's not too much really at risk here other than some brain damage. And in the meanwhile, he will continue to laugh his way to the bank. Love him or hate him, Jake's career has probably been the best case of marketing the sport has ever seen. If I told you in 5 years' time we're going to see someone like Jack Doherty face Terence Crawford, you would probably call me insane. But that's the kind of levels we're talking about here. Jake was a vlogger, not a boxer.
Facts.
He was a Disney kid. Yet, over the years, he's somehow developed into one of the biggest names in the sport.
Which
all
is
whilst
crazy.
never really fighting an actual boxer. After following this path of virality, he will now find himself across the ring from one of the biggest commercial names the sport can offer. It's a story that you wouldn't even see in a movie. It's unbelievable, but it's happening. And this Friday, we'll see the show kick off with the first press conference. And
Hey, if
I
y'all
would
want me
be
to
expecting Paul
react
try
to
and
that
pull
press
something.
conference, let me
They're
know
on
in the
a
comments
really
down
tight
below.
time
Leave a
frame to
like
try
on the
and promote
video.
this fight. So I'm expecting
I
Paul
don't
to
know,
try
man.
and pull some
If
sort
this
of
actually
stunt.
happened, Anthony
But
Joshua, if you don't knock
regardless,
him out, then you're trash.
overall, I
Simple.
don't even know what to
You
think
should never get
about
another title shot.
all of this. It's all a bit insane, but at this
Sorry,
point,
not sorry.
I don't expect anything less from the sport of boxing. But now I want to hear what you think at home. What are your thoughts on
Alright,
this
y'all.
announcement?
That's
and
the end
how
of
do you
this video. Make sure y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. Man, if this actually happened, I don't know. But like I said, he was scared to Tank. He was scared to get embarrassed by a shorter boxer. And he probably couldn't make that weight. He probably couldn't get down to 190. So it is what it is. But make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Your boy Jono. I'm going to try to drop a few other videos. Look out for my Arc Raiders videos. I got a couple tutorials for y'all on that. If y'all been playing that, But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for checking it out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And I'm out.